Hello everybody, you're very welcome back, and today we're going to be painting Easter eggs. Now to do this craft you're going to need one egg, something sharp like a little mini screwdriver or a nail, a cocktail stick or a bamboo stick, and a bowl. And what we're going to do is we're going to begin by making a hole. If I show you the egg this way, we're going to begin by making a hole at the very top of the pointed end of the egg. Eggs have got two ends, they've got a pointy end and a slightly rounder end. We're going to start by making a hole at the top here. I'm going to do this in a bowl, just in case it goes wrong. And I'm just going to scratch the surface like this, just to make my first little entry point. Before carefully poking this in. There we go, I'm just in. If this is a bit fiddly, get a grown-up to help you with it. There we go. And I've made my little tiny hole. Now I need to make that hole just a little bit bigger for my cocktail stick. So I'm going to sort of widen it like this. Ah, perfect. There we go. See what I did there? I just sort of twisted the screwdriver around a little bit and it's widened the hole. Now hopefully that's big enough for me to get my cocktail stick in. If it isn't, just keep giving a bit of a twist until you're in. There you go. See, I broke a little bit more of the shell there, but it's not a big deal. Now, the cocktail stick is to help us break up all the yolk and egg inside there. So without being too rough with it, you kind of need to stab away at the inside, give it a good old mix. There we go. Alright, the next step is to make a second hole at the other end, at the bottom here. Now as you're doing it, you might see some egg leak out. That's absolutely fine. So we're going to do it exactly the same way. Brilliant, I'm in. So, hole at the bottom, hole at the top. Now we need to make this hole a little bit bigger as well, so I'm just going to do the same. Oh, I damaged my egg a little bit there, but don't worry. I might just take that off, you know. There we go. Not the end of the world, but I think you could do it a little bit neater than I could. Now the next step is to blow all of the contents of this egg out into the bowl, leaving us with a hollow, empty egg. Now, if you're a bit squeamish about putting your lips on the egg, you can use a straw for this bit, but I'm just going to make a seal around the egg and blow. And there you go. One hollow egg with a couple of little holes in. Right. Unless you're dying to make scrambled egg, you can get rid of that egg now. I'm going to just pop it in the bin. Okay. I've refilled the bowl with some warm soapy water. Just warm water in there with a bit of dish soap. And I'm just going to clean my egg out just by letting it fill up with that water. This is just going to make your egg nice and clean, so it's not going to start to smell or anything when it's on your shelf. And just let the water drain out, look. If you've got any loose bits of shell like I have here, I was a bit messy with my hole, you can just try and peel those bits off without making the hole too big. And I'm just going to do this a few times. Just fill the egg up with water and then let it drain. You can even give it a little bit of a shake if you want. And there we have it. A nice, clean and empty egg. You can see all the way through it, look. Now, although I'm not in a pranking mood today, this is a fantastic item to prank a friend or a relative with because it looks exactly like a real egg. So you could hide it in a box of eggs and give it to somebody, chuck it at somebody to catch, and that should give them a bit of a fright. Harmless fun. What I'm going to do now is let this egg sit in the sun just to dry off a bit, and then we're going to paint it. Now, you can paint your egg with any paints you like, but I find that the ones with the brightest colours, and the ones that stand out the best, are acrylic paints. I found a little container in my cupboard, which the egg fits into, and I'm going to use this to keep the egg still while I paint it. So let's get started. So I've begun by painting my egg a single colour as its base. I'm now using the end of a paintbrush to do a dotty pattern. I think the other end of a paintbrush, the wooden end, is much better for doing little dots with. And this is an Easter egg after all, so I've gone for a slightly religious theme here. I've got a cross on one side, and I've done a cool wavy pattern around it like this. On the other side, I decided to go for a fish design. Jesus was a fisherman after all. So there you have it, my traditional Easter egg. Why not have a go at painting one of your own? Bye for now.